Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Insight2Action Quick Start, where we run through some of the insights from my new book that I co-wrote with my good friend Dr. Pete Stebbins. Today we're looking at Insight 8, Difficult Conversations. People feel what they see, so mind the vibe. They say you should never judge a book by its cover, but in practice, people do this all the time, because visual cues are one of the primary ways that people interpret the world and what's going on around them. Because of this, a leader's body language matters. And one of the interesting things we unpack in the book is that body language can be broadly grouped into two categories: high and low status. High status leaders project a sense of confidence in themselves and convey a non-verbal message of certainty and authority. Meanwhile, low status leaders project a sense of service, conveying a non-verbal message that they're willing to accommodate others. Some leaders will naturally default to a high status, while other leaders will naturally default to a lower status. And this is neither good or bad. It's all dependent on the situation. Where a leader's natural status matches the context of the situation, this is seen by others as acceptable. However, when a leader's status doesn't match the context of the situation, this is seen by others as unacceptable, particularly during times of high stress like difficult conversations. And here's where ordinary leaders run into trouble, because they think that the success of difficult conversations hinges on what they say. But by ignoring body language, they'll often give others the wrong impression, sending the difficult conversations sideways. And here's how extraordinary leaders are different, because they understand that people feel what they see. They know that what they do, their body language and the vibe it creates, is far more important than what they say. They align what they say with how they say it to communicate effectively every time. And after all, when supporting a staff member through a tough time, which approach do you think would be most effective? This or that? All leaders can take control of their status, and it starts with the Insight2Action team session cards. On the front face of the card, there are a number of excellent questions for leadership teams to consider, but an absolute fave of mine is number 2, status and presence. This question gets leaders to consider what their own default status might be and how this helps or hinders them across different leadership situations. This is such an interesting question to consider because some leaders are just naturals at changing up their status to match the situation, while others might have to put a fair bit of work into it. Moving along to the actions, scan the QR code at the bottom of the card to head over to the website and get everything you need. Here we've got a brilliant 2-part exercise that will help you identify your own default status. And when you're done, remember to check out the other resources we've got for you as part of the broader toolkit. So that's a quick look at Insight 8. Difficult conversations. Remember, people feel what they see, so mind the vibe. Until next time, bye for now.